Test, test, test.
Testing.
Put the camera on me. All right. How y'all doing? What is up, everyone? Good evening. Okay, camera's looking good. Feedback's looking good.
Everything sounds good.
Yep.
Ready to start popping?
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and let me go ahead and hit that beautiful record. In three, two, one. Good evening, everyone. What is going on? Episode 113 of the South Florida Gamers podcast. I don't have the soundboard on me because I forgot to get the right memory card. So this is just a blank memory card that I just decided to stick into this mixer. So we're just gonna work with it anyway. But this is a new year, and across the table from me is my co-host Waluigi.
Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year's. Glad to be back again. Another episode. 113. That's still crazy.
Yep,
So much more to show.
113 episodes that you and I have been on.
Yeah, this is what you call a grind. It's not a fast pace, it's a slow pace. We take our effort, our time, we have fun doing it. We like to see your reactions, our guest reactions, agents' reactions. Like, there's a lot of moments that we cannot miss. And 2025, that's crazy. We started in 2020. That's a lot to process.
It definitely is.
It literally started in the DMs, and I still repeat that. It's like, hey, can I join? Actually, you're my co-host. I'm like, what? I like how I abridge this as short as possible, but I'm happy to be here again on a Thursday night, having a good time, just catching up.
Absolutely. I'm just trying. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to fix my mouse right over here. But
You're good.
yeah, it's been good. I mean, it's been a while since I think it's what today's the 16th. So
It has been a while.
we haven't done an episode in previous Sundays and whatnot because holidays, and then
You
of
had the
course,
seasonal mix. I was in Bondi Card Fest.
and we also had a guest that we were expecting to have on last Sunday, but unfortunately due to some conflicting schedule conflicts, that couldn't happen, which is unfortunate. But we do have a group episode coming up this Sunday, and it's going to be with two returning guests. I'm not going to say exactly who,
Nor
but
will I forgot.
these are two interesting people. They've been on the podcast before,
Yeah.
and I think the conversation that we're going to have is going to be really good, so you don't want to miss out on that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to miss out on this, y'all. Looking
Absolutely.
forward to Sunday.
Yes. And on before we even get into today's topics or whatnot, which we don't have any topics, but this is pretty much just New Year's resolution. What do we want to do in 2025 going forward, gaming wise? So I just want to start off with this, and that is, yes, I am very well aware of what is going on with TikTok.
Oh yeah, I read
Yeah,
that too.
I know what's going on with TikTok, and it sucks because we've been growing a really good audience on that platform.
We have made some good progress.
Yeah, compared to all the other platforms like Instagram, and I also use Facebook as well. I don't know why, but I use it too. And of course with YouTube Shorts. Out of all four platforms, it's Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, Reels, and TikToks. I would say TikTok has been our strongest platform when
Shockingly.
yeah,
And mostly with the backlash, but you still have that interaction and
yeah,
attention.
the like the amount of feedback that we get from you guys that watch our content and interact and engage with our content and even share our content as well. We greatly appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
It sucks that our U.S. government is going to ban TikTok. Like, I'm pretty sure you've heard the saying before, but I'll say it for just this podcast. Listen, I love my country, but I hate my government. Okay. And this is the one move where I'm just like, why?
Yeah. Yeah, this
Why?
is the only time you actually have
So-
this.
If we're not able to upload any content on TikTok, then you can definitely follow us on Instagram at South Florida Gamers Podcast, or even my tag, Silverback Senpai. Or you can also follow Waluigi, just Waluigi, throughout all social media platforms. You'll find him. I mean, do you have any other social media platforms besides Instagram?
Instagram, Discord, Twitch, Then also Steam, like all Waluigi. I kept everything except wow. Okay, I thought the mic was fading, but it's all Waluigi except for Snapchat because I really don't use that application.
Yeah, it's like your mic is not picking up, or that, or you're just
Damn,
speaking.
no one wants. The world does not want to
Take the filter off. Yeah, take that.
Yeah, there we go. I don't know if it sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better now.
Yay! Had to take the had to unsheathe for my real voice, but yeah, I don't use Snapchat or anything else. But Waluigi under everything, nothing crazy. Even my TCG name is Waluigi, but technically it's GH since I'm with Guildhall. But nothing else really different.
Yeah.
I'd like to keep everything simple.
Yeah, so the podcast content that you guys see on TikTok, it's still going to be, it still gets uploaded to YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels or whatnot. So you'll find our content on those platforms, and as well as more additional content. But it sucks that TikTok is going to be, our TikTok channel is going to be affected by this. It sucks, but you know what? It is what it is, and we're just gonna have to, keep moving forward.
Yeah,
and
that's
keep
the only
pressing
thing we
on.
can do. We have no choice but to move forward.
Mhm.
Oh, what's up, VisiAmp?
But if TikTok is somewhat saved, then guess what? Then hey, we're back on TikTok again, and we'll just continue the grind that we normally do. So that's all I'm going to say on that.
Yeah,
note.
pretty much. It's better to leave it now than later or on Sunday, the exact day where it shuts down. So at least we have some time to post it and people can just try to hurry up and follow.
Yeah,
Someone said Red Note, baby. You heard about Red Note, right?
yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah, no, we're good on that one. I respect the Chinese. I respect their food, but I'm not going to go into another app and go through hard work again.
Nah,
We like to be national, baby.
nah. But continuing with
The
let's-
resolutions?
yeah, with our resolutions.
What's yours, anyways?
I would say my New Year's resolution, just for gaming wise, I do want to play more games. It's just now I have to find. Now for me, it's just trying to find time to game. And usually when I do try to find time to game, it's usually when I know I have the next day off from work, and then I could stay up a little bit late to just get my gaming session in. Or if it's like a day off that I have, I try to get a game session in. I would say all in 2024, I've hardly gamed unless I'm trying to compete like in Grand Blue. Then yeah, I'll grind. Like I still grind Grand Blue to this
That is
day.
true. You do be posting clips like spontaneously.
Yeah,
I
and
love it.
yeah, and because I want to at least keep my competitive edge, and at the same time try to better myself in that game. So I continue to play Grand Blue, but it's like I'm also missing out on a bunch of other games as well
It's
because
a
I'm not
sacrifice.
putting in the time into them, especially now in this year. I have some personal stuff I got to do. Like for one, I'm going back to school next week, so
Oh, congratulations.
eh, eh.
I almost spat my water out. I'm glad the camera didn't catch that.
But yeah, I'm going back to school next week, so now my game sessions is going to be cut even lower, and I would say I gotta put it like this, like the current game I'm gaming right now, I'm playing Metaphor ReFantasio,
Oh.
but I'm not playing it as much because I I spent most of my time playing gotcha games.
Gotcha ass.
Yeah, but I'm not playing just the one gotcha game that everyone knows me for playing. I'm playing several gotcha games now.
Camera on me. What?
Yeah.
Just put the camera on us. I'm just like, like
I'm playing several.
7. I remember
Not
like,
seven, several.
several. I
Oh.
remember like 1 or 2 you showed me. What the fuck? When the fuck did you get into several?
I don't know. I guess I
You
just like,
showed me like 2 of them.
I guess I just like the free model, the free play model. You just
The replay model.
yeah, you could just get into the game and you do your dailies and that's about it. And then of course the story, like it's like my own. It's like I'm consuming my own anime isekai story within these gotcha games, and I just find it enjoyable. So I feel like that is taking more of my time away from some of the main games that I do want to play.
Brother, of course it is. It's a gotcha game. It's gonna get your money and your time.
Oh no, there's only like one game that's getting my money, and
Nikkei.
yes, because the content is good, not just the fan service content. No,
I almost downloaded a gotcha game because of you, and then a lot of retraction came in. It's willpower, and I'm blessed to have that. It was Brown Dust 2.
I don't blame you. That game right there is a certified gooner game.
I know. I have to like take the accountability. I am not that type of person, but I could be.
That is a gooner game.
Yes.
That I will say, that is a gooner game. And funny enough, that's a game where you really don't have to spend any money to get like
Damn.
some of the the animations, wallpapers, and characters, whatnot. Like if you just play the game, I would say if you play the game for even an hour or whatnot, you would probably get some of the characters that you would want to get.
I have tears coming down my eyes. What the fuck? That's time killing.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna go back to TT.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's where I'm at with gotcha games now. So I'm playing that, and I'm also playing Grand Blue, like as I said before, continuing grinding that. I've also been playing a lot of X Defiant because as y'all.
Oh yeah, it's discontinuing.
Yeah, it's gonna be discontinued in June. So I'm playing as many games as I can with however much people is left in the server. So, and I ain't gonna lie, like I've been having a blast. I've been having my win streak in that game has like went up because I'm just going around just playing like a complete madman. I'm playing like a complete nut. And one of the game modes is where if you shoot someone at close range, they blow up, and if you're
Damn.
caught within the range, you also die too. So
Damn.
So for me, I'm running around with a shotgun or I'm running around with a pistol and whatnot. And if I get close enough, they end up killing me. And if it's a group of them, I get a multi-kill. So I do the math. So I'm just like, you know what? Even though you killed me, you got one kill. I got about 2 or 3 kills just off of y'all, just by
the math is mathing.
Yeah. So I'm getting player after player of the game, back to back to back. I'm running around with the shotgun. I'm just having a blast with X Defiant. So I would say I'm playing Metaphor ReFantazio. I'm playing that as my main.
Got it.
I'm also playing Grand Blue just so that way I can keep my competitive edge because this year I do want to I am going to compete at CEO. I was thinking about going to Combo Breaker this year as well because I'm like, I think I could afford it this year. But the fact that Combo Breaker, Otaku Fest, and CEO are literally
in that corner.
Is just like, bro, I can't do that. I can't do it. I can do 2, but I ain't gonna do all 3 because that would financially bankrupt me. Even though I know I could afford it, it's gonna financially bankrupt me. And then of course I don't want to burn out my PTO for my job. So I was like, I don't want to do that. But so yeah, I'm playing those games. Grand Blue, of course, for competing purposes. Just to have my fun, I play X Defiant just to have fun.
Okay.
And then, of course, I play nothing but gotcha games.
Damn.
Because I just grind, and this is just like this is how I consume my anime now, just through gotcha games. And I'm just invested in the story. And I've like, I would say December, I've went through like an arc of just playing nothing but a bunch of gotcha games. Like I was playing Blue Archive. I was playing what was there was another one on Blue Archive. I'm forgetting it.
When you outgun your own memory, that's crazy.
Yeah. I was playing Echo.
You goon so hard you can't say the name.
Bro, it's a difficult name to say.
You know I'm gonna fuck with you now.
It's like Echo, like it's like Apocalypse, but it's like there's Echo in front of it. So it's just like, how the fuck do you say that in one sentence or whatnot? Like,
bro, you know how bad it sounds when you download the games you can't even pronounce the name.
Bro, the struggle's real.
The struggle is real.
So I'm playing that. I'm playing Brown Dust 2. I'm playing Nikkei.
I actually have a tear coming down. Jesus.
I'm playing Girls Frontline 2. I'm playing that. So that's 4. There was another game that I tried out, which was Snowbreak. It was on PC and whatnot, and surprisingly, it ran pretty decent
I bet it did.
for a free to play. It's like a free to play third person shooter.
Oh.
Yeah, a gotcha game that's like that you can just roam around and whatnot. Like I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And then of course you have your hentai gotcha games, which I'll say this.
Go on.
I don't recommend because they're ass. It is trash. The fact that it's like the game wants to force you to spend money to get the characters and the lewd scenes that you want, but it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, and I don't like gotcha games like that.
Yeah, you're grinding for nothing.
Yeah, and this is like once you finally get it, you're just like, oh, this is just disappointing. That's what I was like. Yeah, the hentai gotcha games, don't fall for them. Don't go for them. It seems enticing, but my God, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it.
No, it does not sound worth it at all.
Like if you want to play a Gooner game, like a really really good one, as I said, I'm always gonna recommend Nikkei Goddess of Victory, and I'll also recommend if you're familiar with the game XCOM, Girls Frontline 2. I would recommend just those two. Because the story and narrative for those games alone are really good. So I will recommend those two.
Noted.
But other than that, I do have some New Year's resolution. I was thinking about maybe I want to get back into streaming, but with how busy my schedule is, I don't think I will. But something that I have started to slowly get back to doing is making commentary vlogs where I talk about like certain things, like certain topics or whatnot. You'll probably see them on my YouTube channel. Like I think I did one not too long ago about the First Descendant.
Oh, yeah.
Of how it's
I
like
passed by it.
yeah, like it's falling off because yeah, for a game that has like some really good fan service, it's not enough to keep people interested. Like the game lost about over 95% of its player base.
That's crazy.
So I'm just like, so damn, not even the attractive characters, not even the ass cheeks that are out is keeping people entertained. It's just like, and I've said it in my commentary vlog that if you have a game that has fan service but there's no not concept but
Like continuity or
continuity, somewhere around that line. But if there's like nothing to keep, if there's no substance, that's what I want to say. If you have a game that has a lot of fan service, but there's no substance, because it's just like, okay, fan service is good, but what else? Is there something interesting along? Is there something for me to anticipate later down the road or whatnot? Like, if there's nothing keeping me entertained or hoping for the next best thing, then it just becomes boring. You just be like, you know what, I'm done, I'm good, bye, I'm out. Like it's not worth it. And then of course the game is a very long, grindy game just to get your character to an optimal play style. So there's that. So
yeah, that is true.
so I made a vlog on that, and I want to get back to doing more of those gaming style vlogs where I'll probably have some gameplay in the background, and then I'll just talk about something gaming related just to give you guys my thoughts on it, so that way you guys don't have to wait for a podcast episode for myself and Waluigi to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like certain topics, yeah, we are going to talk about it.
Of course, we always have our.
But
topics.
I think for some of these one-offs, I do want to just be like, you know, I have some thoughts. I'm gonna talk about this, and I'll just do it in a video format and just give you guys like my thoughts on it and whatnot, and just go and see where it goes and start a conversation in the comment section and see if people are interested in discussing what I have to say or whatnot.
Yeah.
So
That's nice.
I'm doing that. Streaming wise, I don't know. It's a big I don't know due to the fact that I got work. I work full time.
Yeah, it's.
I'm also gonna go to school full time. I also do this part time. Like I run tournaments part time, like every Friday, every first and last Saturday. So, and then of course I also have the podcast. So it's like,
Yeah, we have a lot of things going on, so
Yeah, so I'm sure.
Let's do what we can with what time we have.
And then I also have like a personal life outside of that,
Yeah.
outside of the stuff that I would like to do. And if I was single, then yeah, I'd have more time to do things, but I'm not. So yeah, there's that. Sucks, but you know, it is what it is. That it's life, but yeah, I think that's about like I think that's pretty much about it for me per se.
All right.
On I mean, I do have some goals that I want to do, but I think I'll just talk about them a little bit later. So I'm gonna put the spotlight on you. What do you want to do gaming wise in 2025?
Damn, I still want to be the hottest RAM player in Guilty Gear Strive, unfortunately. No, I'm kidding. But honestly, competitive wise, I've been playing Street Fighter. I've been getting into Guilty Gear like casually because the game is on a heavy decline from what it feels like. A lot of players are complaining the game feels broken, and it already has. Potemkin being top 1 is probably not the most non-normal sentence I can humanly say, but that's just me being a hater for grapplers. Street Fighter still has its moments where it feels pretty rushed, especially with Drive Rush, but the introduction of Mai should be able to take care of the game. But I like to play competitively, and I don't lab as much as most people, and I just still hold my own. But I enjoy the competition. I enjoy the thrill, the scene, the people, so I'm still going to be at locals no matter what pops up. Then card game wise, I was at Bandai Card Game Fest, and that was a great time with my friends. The experience sucked, but it made me get more inspired into joining more like of these competitions with the organization I'm under for Guildhall. And it's quite an experience. Like I got to meet some awesome people, I got some prizing, and I made more money in TCG than SGC, which is crazy.
That's good.
I've sold, traded, gambled. I've lost more money, and then I made my money back, and then I still invest here and there. And it's quite an interesting like situation I got myself into. Like a whole different game genre with a whole different group of people where it's a lot of mental. And it's a good change of pace. Because I'm not saying fighting games have mental, but you're dealing with fast pace versus slow pace and strategical thinking. And I found that pretty unique. When I was at Bondi Card Fest, that was the worst experience I've humanly gone. Like, a con was better.
Wow.
Mainly because there was lines everywhere. I was in something called a last chance qualifier to get into the Nats. I would not. Me and like half of my team did not make it in because the line was way too fucking long. And they had our like entries in. They could have done by a lottery system, like, hey, you get to go. This person doesn't. No, they had us wait in line for 5 hours. I was up since 5 a.m.
5 whole hours of waiting in line
just to not get in. Swear to God.
Wow.
This is my like Bondi like story I was gonna mention. One guy made it in, but the funniest thing is he got cooked so bad because he took an edible beforehand. He took someone's edible, all fucking confident. That man walks so confident to get cooked.
Oh man.
Yeah, watching a guy in an edible get in, but instead of you was the funniest feeling. It was a weird situation, but it was funny as hell. We did not let that die out. We roasted that poor man for like a good like couple minutes, but then we just got over it and shook it off.
Oof.
Oh, shoot. Channel Forvis, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, channel?
Been a hot minute. But yeah, Bondi Card Fest, like it was great to see all these trading card games, the Warhammer Gundam, seeing the card game.
Yeah, I was interested. I'm very interested in that because that's something new and unique. And then with the Gundam TCG, I'm also interested in that as well.
If Flynn's hosted, I'm going. No
yeah,
question.
yeah, that's going to be a most definitely. We are.
Ooh, future sponsor of a good question. How can you apply some of the lessons you learned playing TCG in fighting games? It's mostly recollecting mental. Because, wow, I accidentally bopped that, but I collect a lot of mental as in how you play a card game on edibles, but yeah, a guy was a dumbass for that one, but I learned a lot from card games, how to calm down, think of like the next anticipating steps. Same thing can be used for fighting games, but the difference is I think slowly. Sometimes I like to look at what the player next to me is doing. As in, are they fidgeting? Are they panicking? Are they doing the same moves, the same loops? Are they doing something that you can stop? It's like when you lose one round or one set of a game, you're like, okay, I understand it now. Or you downloaded somebody, or you played multiple games, so you're seeing the habits of a different player. It's all perspective, mental. It's mostly adapting. I actually did the opposite, where I did TCG into FGC, or FGC to TCG, where I will fake out somebody multiple times. Like, if I have a resource, they might think I have like enough defense, and I don't have shit. They're just playing around it. But with Bandai Card Fest, watching One Piece was fun. I got into a 256-man tournament,
Nice.
and I didn't play my main deck. I was talking to this guy, the guy named Kevin or Ace, however he likes to go by. We built a deck at 1 a.m. before the tournament, and it ended up being one of my favorite four emperors, Shanks. Like, he was drinking, I was drinking, and we're just like, let's play this out and see how it goes. And out of like 256, I got like top 50% for the first time playing that deck. It was a great feeling. Like, sometimes it's similar to getting out of pools in a fighting game tournament, or like getting out of that. So I would say top 50, top 25. Like, you're getting closer to a high level amount of people. It was a great feeling, like, for that moment. Even though I went like 3-3, losing to one of my homies and another local, one person I found out from Miami, and a guy who was like a regional champ in 2024. All close matches except for one of them. With Bandai Card Fest, and there was also pricing. They did the weirdest Dave and Buster's ass shit out there.
Oh Lord.
So when you win, you get a certain amount of points.
Mm-hmm.
And those points get converted. Like, the more you win, the more tickets you get. People were buying tickets off of people so you can get bigger prizes. And one of them was called an uncut sheet, which is like from the last set. And those are worth like $8,000, $10,000. So a group of people just started like buying people's tickets, negotiating, bribing, like, and that's against the rules. And people are just like, fuck the rules. So a lot of us wanted to chip in and be a group and do it, but we had no luck.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have luck, and we knew it wouldn't happen, so I ended up just staying. I got my tickets, but I had to wait in an hour, 1 hour straight in a line on a Sunday when we all left. Everybody left except me, my cousin, and one of my buddies. And I got him a playmat, myself a playmat, that are worth like $40 each. All from winning like 4 games. The pricing is definitely worth it. But saying that, with TCG, my goal is to get into more regionals, get into a more competitive scene, learn more high-level stuff. Because the group of people that were with, like True Fade, the future sponsor, GH, basically GH boys, have taught me I want to be in that high level with them. Get that pricing, see if I can get profit out of it, and make another name for myself besides fighting games.
Yeah.
That's one of my resolutions. And like my non-gaming one would probably just be hitting gym more active, being more active in my content, and actually streaming. I mean, I am a single man. Ladies, you can hit me up. But pretty much, I want to get more into content. I want to be more active on Instagram, Twitter, vlog, like just be more social and outgoing, and take more pictures. Because I don't know, like one of our friends made a post like taking more pictures with friends and such using the Bad Bunny song. Like, that was probably like one of the most motivating things. Like, I want to make more memories with people that I can keep. So in case when I'm gone, or if someone has a digital footprint or something, they know I was active.
Right.
Something wholesome. Even though that song, like, I've looped it like 30 times. I cried like twice. I'm a sensitive bitch, but gaming wise, I'm looking forward to, like, podcast wise, I want to keep cooking more content. We are going to keep cooking content. We're not stopping, folks.
Yeah, because one of the things that I did for for at least this first quarter is to
Oh, shit, we got a caller. I'm scared to know who this is, Loki.
hold on.
Call from.
Can afford it.
Oh, shit.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Oh, shit. It's a goat.
Yellow.
Yo.
Yep. Happy New Year, my brothers. What's good,
Happy
yo?
New Year's.
Happy New Year, my guy. What is going on?
Oh, my God. I haven't seen him in a
What is
minute.
good? What is good? Good. So let me add on to what Waluigi said. Hold on, I have to say his name right. Waluigi. You know what I'm saying? For anybody who's listening, man, this channel for this, man, just want to call and show a little bit of support. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what it is, man. So happy New Year's, man.
Hell
Congratulations. I want to make sure, you guys are doing great. I love to see the growth. I love to see how you can come.
Joe, you there?
One,
Okay, yeah, there we go.
1, 2. Waluigi, you ain't even saying anything that,
Why is
especially when you actually hit your 30s. You kind of, especially the later at the 30s.
yeah,
right?
I'm 28 actually.
Right? Look, you feel a way it's just like, damn, what did I not do? And the last thing that you want to do by the time you actually get to a point where you get tired of this stuff, what could I have done better? What have done? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I don't think they really teach us, especially gamers too. You know what I'm saying? Minorities and gamers, the one thing that definitely do not teach us enough is come out of your shell a little bit. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to have a safe space because we all can win. You know? It's not like back in our days when we go in school, you get bullied for this stuff. You know what I mean? Just stand out of your shell, man. Stand on your own too. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you, I support you in that message.
Hell
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Anybody who's listening, just hear me out loud and clear. It's one thing to living your life full of regrets. At least live your life full of regrets with trying, rather than have a
Hell yeah.
life of regret that you never even tried at least once. So I definitely want to put that out there.
Well said. It's better to fail than not do it at all.
I'm sorry, what's that?
It's better to fail than not do it at all.
Ex-
Effort is what it takes to do
Yeah,
something.
exactly. Dude, you have to try something. You have to try something because at least it's like, hey, at least I tried it. What did you do? You know, at least that's your comeback. You know what I mean? And that's your fight. You have to try something. 'Cause at least it's like, hey, at least I tried it. What did you do?
It's going in and out. Oh gosh.
Yeah. I don't know if you're watching us in the background.
Yeah,
There.
I am because it's very, very quiet over the phone. So it's kind of like very, very hard to hear you.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Just have us like muted in the background so that way you're able to hear.
Nah,
We're
I
able to
got
hear
you.
you, and
I
you
got
can. Yeah.
Just like that. Oh dear.
No, I had you muted, but I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you over the call.
Oh.
But I wanted to just call in, show you guys a little bit of love, and
Hell yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
yeah.
We love you,
Yeah.
brother.
But much love, guys. I'm gonna let you get back to it. I'm listening, I'm watching, and I'm stalking. You know how I move.
Hell yeah.
I
Appreciate-
appreciate that, man. Much love
appreciate
to
it,
you,
homie.
bro.
All right. Peace, bro.
All right.
What if it's a signal thing?
Could be. I mean, this is the first time I'm using this as another number because I'm using the Google Voice, so I'm just experimenting.
Yeah. So far, it's not too bad for an experiment.
Yeah.
Because last time we did this was like the Game Awards, and we just heard AJ in sheer disappointment.
Oh yeah.
That man died. Anyways, so yeah, my goal is to keep going to podcasts, even do offline interviews once every like big event.
Yeah,
If we
and
can.
and I wanted to touch up on that too.
Yeah, that's
before
like-
before channel called something that I did before this year because I didn't do it last year because I procrastinated a lot and whatnot, and that is I made sure to book guests all the way up until March.
Oh yeah.
So every Sunday that we're going to be doing the podcast, because there's certain Sundays that we're not going to do the episode. There are certain Thursdays we're not going to do an episode, but I have guests lined up for this month, next month, and March. So and that's going to be on Sunday. So we are good for this quarter with guests, and we're going to have some returning faces. We have 2 returning faces coming in on Sunday, and we're also going to have some new ones coming on to the podcast.
Ooh.
And this year, since I do plan to attend, some cons just to go make content, because I ain't gonna lie, I do miss making content when I go to cons. To just attend a con, just to attend a con, and just document my experience, and just have a good time with it. Talk to people and whatnot, and just see how things go. Because most usually I'm working at some of these cons, like. I know Otaku Fest, I'm gonna be working that, but I enjoy working that one. Same with Florida SuperCon, I'm gonna work that one. But other conventions, I know Animate Miami, I'm gonna be going to that one on a Sunday. Fingers crossed. Um, there isn't any in March. April's a busy month for me. May, there's MizuCon, but
When was the last time we went to MizuCon? Jesus. I'm trying to remember.
years. But yeah, summertime is just gonna be busy because I think our biggest event that I think most of us are planning to go to is CEO, since it's gonna be at a new venue, new hotel. The event is inside this huge hotel, so it's gonna be great. And me and the boys were we're gonna be planning our trip for that one, and it's gonna be a good time.
Oh yeah, we're excited.
It's gonna be a good one. But
But yeah, just to sum up my resolutions, gonna be active more into gaming, into more card games, including Gundam TCG when it possibly comes out, and Union Arena with the multiple IPs. I'm trying to get you in a Nikkei.
yeah, I saw that.
I know. I will play that set just for you specifically and build a deck around it.
I appreciate that.
Goddamn right. I'm doing it for Butters too for Demon Slayer, so I'm not hearing shit from anybody. I got a deck for Nightbreed already. Because they're stupid cheap, actually.
And with the TCG, like, I am very interested in the Gundam TCG. I do want to play that because I am a fan of the Gundam series, and there's a specific Gundam series I am looking out for because
Gundam?
You already know.
I know.
You already know because
We've known each other for 5 years.
the moment
6 years,
the moment I see a Gundam TCG card that has either Domon Kashu, Master Asia, Burning Gundam, Shining Gundam, Master Gundam, bro, I'm on that.
Ooh.
I am on that.
Oh, yeah. Thoughts on a new Virtual Fighter? The graphics look so clean.
Yeah.
Like-
New Virtual Fighter graphics look really clean. As Waluigi said, looks good.
They
But
sharpened up. It looks like the same game, but like much more sharp and refined.
But I need to see more gameplay.
Yeah, we definitely need to see
I need to see more. Like other than that, like I like what I see, but I just need to see more of it. So, I'm keeping my ear to the ground, hopefully to get more information on that game when it does drop.
Yeah, I mean, I know a couple locals that are going to be running pre-releases soon, but I think it's on Twitter. I don't want to show leaks and start snitching on places because it's going to be nuts. Especially the funny thing in Bondi, they had pre-testing or pre-beta opening. You had to grab a box. You had to open it in front of them because you know how much a sealed box is going for online? $10,000.
Wow.
So if someone tried to do that, 10 people followed him. Or some people just like had to go back in the same place. Because if they were to take the product from Bondi and sell it, they would be banned from all events.
Damn.
That's how serious Bondi is taking Gundam. And that's scary.
Mm.
Oh my lord, that was still the funniest event. Then I found a guy that pulled the chase card that's like $1,500 right now.
Oof.
I know. Gundam, like TCG is money.
It definitely is.
You could sell a fight stick, or you can win a tournament, or you can just be a gambling addict of good luck.
Yeah.
Just like me, for real. Anyways, but One Punch Season 3, One Punch Man. Wow. That's going to break the internet again.
Oh, yeah.
And then a new Castlevania. I have to watch that last one.
It's good.
I know. I need to get a Netflix account. I need to be brave again. I have not much money on streaming except for Twitter for the FGC Island page.
Right.
And that's it. I have nothing else. No Crunchyroll.
I mean, I have Crunchyroll. I got to cancel my membership because I usually go to other websites that are free, even though I should be supporting, the creators and the product behind it or whatnot. Like,
They
yes.
get paid like everybody else. That's okay.
yes,
As
but,
toxic
but,
as
but I do like to, I do like to
As
support
toxic as that sounds.
because if I like what I see, especially,
DM me channel.
what just ended recently? The Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Something like that. So, like, anime that I know I'm going to watch and going to consume. I do want to make sure that, hey.
Then I got my manga source anyways to read.
Yeah, that too.
I gotta get Netflix just so I can watch Sakamoto Days. I saw the manga. It is really good. but Bandai sucked. Definitely going to be more events. Long story short, that I want to compete more, get more active, and just be more social. Like, I am social myself, and I developed a lot within the 5 years of knowing you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to keep going. Like, with you and the homies. And I'm excited for CEO 2025.
Yeah.
And, like, one of my buddies actually accepted and joining our group again.
I'm also thinking about going to Evo this year since it's going to be in August. I'm like thinking I could.
August?
Yeah, I could do August.
Do I really want to go to Evo?
Just so that for me I can compete at Grand Blue at the highest level and just see how far I can go. And
Do I really want to compete in this drive? I don't know. The game sucks.
but for
Okay.
me, for me, it's just mostly Grand Blue.
Appreciate
I want to just see where I can, if I can stack myself against people that play this game at a much higher competitive ceiling level.
That or you just paid the money.
I mean, yeah, the money's gonna definitely hurt.
But I want to get a Chipotle gift card if I win. Or if I get out of pools.
Yeah,
Because, you know, that, like, forget a trophy, forget top 8. I want a Chipotle gift card to put on the wall for emergencies. Like, if I want a triple layer burrito, I'm going to make it happen.
yeah. I just want to be able to just go there just to experience Evo the best way I can, and if I am able to TO and be a bracket and be a bracket captain, awesome.
Oh, God, yes.
Like I'll end up getting the full experience of I got to run a bracket, I got to compete in a bracket, I got to check out the scenery, interact with people or whatnot,
Probably
make some
stop me
content.
from gambling.
That too. I'll be in Vegas, so yeah, I just want to have like that whole experience, and I wanted to do the same thing with Combo Breaker too this year because I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go to Combo Breaker, and then Otaku Fest revealed its date, and I'm just like, fuck me. It is like it is right between like Combo Breaker, Week Break, Otaku Fest, then CEO, and I'm just like, damn it.
Oh my God, so much shit going on.
I know, and
We
it's
d-
some.
we, we need to organize it because I might go to Dallas in March.
And there's also other cons that I do want to go to and attend, but it's just like, do I want to?
I want to see one degenerate con at least once in my life, and then realize this is stupid.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think I do want to experience a con like that. I'm thinking maybe Dragon Con next year, depending on
Dragon Con is not that degenerate. It is a whole ass convention.
Yeah, I do want to experience
MegaCon is similar, but Dragon Con outdoes it.
probably Hall Mat, probably AWA.
Yep. There you go. Now you're cooking.
Yeah, just to experience it and just see how it is and make content of it. Because I know past couple of years I've been working these cons versus enjoying, just going as an attendee, but I ain't gonna lie, it kind of feels nice to work the cons and knowing that
It
you don't have to pay
It
to
does.
you don't have to pay to get a badge.
It does. Except one time I had to buy a badge because I thought I was gonna get hooked up with a second badge, and I had to pay $40. It was really awkward.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
Yeah, I like free shit.
I'm right there too. I'm right there with you too. Like, if I can work the event and get in for free, then I'll find a way to enjoy the event.
Yeah, I'll see ya.
Because
The only thing that just sucks is parking, but if all I'm paying is for parking versus a $60-$70 ticket,
yeah,
sign me up. Also, I have a free entry to SuperCon this year.
oh yeah, you do.
Yeah,
remember.
I robbed some bitches at SuperCon before I got broken up with. That was the best anime moment I had in my year last year. After CEO, I took a break and I'm like, you know what? Let me sign up and rob people. I didn't expect it getting first with actually one good player in the bracket.
Yeah, that con I don't have a lot of creative freedom, but hopefully this year.
Oh no, I didn't pay for entry in this one.
Yeah, hopefully this year it changes.
Hopefully SuperCon changes.
Yeah,
It
and
sucked.
and I'm able to have more creative freedom with the tournaments and whatnot, because there is room for growth, there is room for improvement.
But they just they closed it off for you that time.
Yeah, and I was not too happy with that. But something I did wanted to talk about, and that is after the guests, like that's something I'm gonna do every quarter. Is I'm gonna have like a lineup of guests. I think I maybe once a month or maybe one every 2 to 3 months. I'll have like a group episode, and we just talk about certain topics or whatnot.
Yeah, something solid that
yeah.
stays focused without us drifting back and forth.
Yeah, because I know I do want to do one with PlayStation. I have one that I remember I was talking with Team Chris on Saturday about doing one with Sega, like a Sega episode,
Sega.
and do one with Nintendo because, and we're gonna get right into it because this is gonna be a perfect segue. Nintendo and speak about Nintendo. Have y'all gotten to see the new Nintendo Switch 2?
Oh my god, I was watching that. I was cracking up at the memes too, because you saw the Joy-Cons how they're like sliding around. Like Joy-Con drift is real. I was dying of laughter when I saw that, but it looks very popish, standoffish. Like they did a nice little redesign.
Yeah.
Then you reposted on Twitter the specs.
Yeah.
Those are some serious specs right now.
Yeah, because the Switch 2 is arguably as strong as a PS4 Pro.
Yeah, and that's insane.
Yeah.
Some people may mock that.
Yeah, there are people like mocking that. I'm like, do you have any idea how good that is? Because the PS5, the current PS5 is nothing more than a PS4 Pro version 2.
Yeah, I agree. They finally
that is good.
That's been cracked down actually.
And of course, some people are mocking it, saying that it's just a much bigger Switch. Yeah,
Yes.
Because
No shot it is.
yeah, you think because you look at the time frame of when the actual Switch came out. Look at the hardware of it back then. I would say the hardware was arguably better than a PS3 and a Nintendo Wii U, but it wasn't as good as a regular base PS4. But now you look at the Switch 2, as they're calling it, and it's a fine name. Some people were having their expectations of maybe having a much crazier name or sophisticated name, but like, nope, we're gonna go with Switch 2 because it just makes more sense because it's just a much bigger Switch with a much bigger screen, less bezels. Like, thank you, because for me as a person that does like tech, like I don't like my screens to have big bezels. Like, I'm gonna show you as an example. This right here is my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, right?
Nice.
Big screen. You can hardly see the bezels. The less bezels there are, the better screen you have. People want more screen, less bezels, because we don't want something to where the bezels take over everything and you have like such a small screen. We don't like that. But looking at the Switch 2, and if the specs are what they say it's going to be, according to the rumors or leaks or whatnot, however you want to call it, then hey, it's going to be a powerful handheld device. When it's docked, it's as powerful as a PS4 Pro, but undocked, it's about slightly not better than it, but either way, it's an improvement from the current Nintendo Switch. So the big thing for me is, what are the games going to look like on it? How they're going to perform on it? And we already know that it's going to be backwards compatible with Nintendo Switch games, but not all Switch games are going to work on the Nintendo Switch 2, which some people are getting a fuss about, but I'm like, that's okay. That is okay. We should praise new hardware. We should acknowledge new hardware, and now we have to wait all up until April for this Nintendo Direct, and I feel like this Nintendo Direct is going to be big. It's going to be huge, and it could break the internet, and we have to do a live reaction of it. And something tells me it's going to be done in the afternoon, because that's what Nintendo does. They want to do their press conferences in the afternoon while people are at work. I'm going to be here. I'll be here. I'll call off work. I won't go to school. I won't attend classes. I'll be here. I'm gonna watch the Nintendo Direct. I want to see it because I know it's gonna be good. I want to see the games that's gonna be on it. One game that I do hope to see that Nintendo brings back, Star Fox.
Yeah,
Bring
it has been a hobby.
back Star Fox. Now,
Stay with it.
stay with me on this one.
Okay.
I understand the voice actor of Peppy. He passed away. May you rest in peace.
Do a barrel roll.
But we have yet to have a Star Fox game with online multiplayer. I want a Star Fox game with online multiplayer. I love Star Fox.
You know, that's real. That's actually real as fuck to say that.
Yes.
I haven't thought about that. You're actually right. There has not been really anything significant.
Like, say what you want about Star Fox Assault multiplayer. I mean, at the time that I played it, I loved it because I remember playing Star Fox 64 multiplayer, and I played the hell out of that. And with 4 controllers, I'm over at my friend's house. I'm tearing them up. And then, of course, you can also have the Landmaster, and you also have the battle where you can fight with the pilots and whatnot. I think that was a mod, but I don't. It's been years. I'd have to.
It has been a hot minute for what
Yeah,
it sounds
I would have to replay it again. But I know with Star Fox Assault, you can play in the tank, you can play in the R-wing, and you can play on foot. That much I do know. And as I said, it has been years since we have had a Star Fox game with an online multiplayer. That's what I want with this new Nintendo Switch 2. Metroid Prime 4, you got my money, and I will play it on the Nintendo Switch 2. I'll wait. I understand it's going to come out for the Nintendo Switch, but I'll play it for the Nintendo Switch 2
It's more HD.
because I love Metroid Prime. I played 1, 2, and 3. So I'll play 4. I've been waiting for decades. I'm going to be 37 this year. So, yeah, I've been waiting for a while. So, that's all I got to say. I already know there's going to be another Smash game that's going to come out. And judging by the trailer, we're going to get a brand new Mario Kart. Donkey Kong looks haunted. If you've seen a photo, you know what I'm talking about. But that's as much as I'm going to say about the Nintendo Switch 2. What are your thoughts?
On Switch 2, I mean, we gotta wait for more trailers to come out
Yeah.
before we say something of an actual gameplay. Because when more people actually play it and stream it, or at least show, like, hey, this is what this game is gonna look like, they have warning already. Because obviously they don't do demos anymore. I miss when you just walk into a GameStop and you could just play a game before it comes out.
Yeah.
Those were the old days.
It
Or like
definitely
McDonald's with N64s, but that's not important right now. And I'm looking for newer games that are coming out already for this month of January. Does not look significant.
Nah.
I'm gonna be real. But with Switch 2 coming out, if it's strong as a PS4, that's not a joke at all. Like, that's serious good.
Yeah, that is good.
I wonder what
Because
the
if
Pokemon
you
games
because
gonna
if you
look
looked at not to cut you off or whatnot,
you're
but
fine. You're fine.
but if you look at the games that came out on the PS4, even just base PS4, and how it pushed the power of the PS4, like you could look at the Order 1886, you could look at
Chrono Trigger. Oh shit.
you could look at Uncharted 4, a really good one.
Yes. It was great on the PS4.
Yeah,
That's like no joke. Even the Batman Arkham games.
yeah.
Like, there's a lot of potential.
Like people downplay how good the PS4 was during its peak. Before we even had the Pro, like we had some really good games that really pushed the graphical power of the PS4. I'm like, don't downplay this. So if the Nintendo Switch 2 is gonna be as strong as the PS4 Pro, that's a good thing. Especially docked, that is a real good thing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm just reading up on the games that are coming out for January, but there's nothing really that like screams out attention.
Yeah, January it's like
I'm looking at Game Rants, and they have like Wuthering Waves, which is like another Genshin Impact. They have Donkey
another
Kong.
gotcha game.
Yeah, I know.
I have played it.
Herbs has as well in some island. They like got to a point to the Tifa where they got like they weren't allowed to like level up anymore within the first week of them playing. They grinded that game heavy. Then they got Donkey Kong Country Returns in January 16th. Oh, today. In HD. They have Tales of Graces F Remastered, Dynasty Warriors Origin, that's coming out tomorrow. Then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I know everyone's gonna go nuts on. It's gonna be another Game of the War, Game of the Year award. They have Star Wars Hunters. That's on PC. Atomic Heart has a DLC coming out January 28th. Virtual Fighter Revo for PC. And then Marvel Spider-Man 2 for PC. I mean, it's been a while since some of the IPs or some of these games have actually gone to PC. So, I mean, it's a good thing. February looks more exciting. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Yeah, February. The only game I'm looking forward to is Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm calling out that day.
Monster Hunter Wilds and Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. It looks so chaotic.
Speaking of Monster Hunter Wilds, let me go ahead and make sure I clip this. Aerodusk, I need you to go ahead and start organizing that Monster Hunter launch day meetup, because I will pull up to GH with my PS5. Either is gonna, I'll pull up. I'm ready for this game. Some people don't understand like how serious Monster Hunter is.
Like, how many people can play in this game?
Up to 4.
Oh my god, are we gonna have like a squad of 4 in one? Oh my lord.
And it's crossplay.
Am I gonna have to get into this game now?
It's a grindy game. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Monster Hunter is a grindy game, but the adventure and the fun that you'll have, it is worth it.
Fine. I was supposed to get into Monster Hunter Worlds from a cute goth chick, and then she just goes to me, and I'm like, fuck this game on my Xbox One.
Oh, no, that's a good game.
It is, but I just didn't have friends back then. Yeah, like, February looks banger compared to January, but,
Yeah.
you know, it's the beginning of the year, got to cut some slack, get some
Oh, yeah.
trailers out. Got to get some of the companies showing random trailers and panicking over TikTok and such. So, I think by probably February, March, that's where all the heat comes out.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Wilds, I think I might actually play it. It does look fun. The only game I'll probably stay in my PC for and get my controller out so I can get yelled.
Well, remember, there's a beta also coming out, too, this month.
Oh. I forgot there was I thought that was they already did a beta.
They did their first one. They're going to do a second one this month.
Because I think there are some people that had some issues with the last one.
Yeah. But hopefully the second one, they, fix some issues. And I guess this is more so to, continue to keep testing the online. And then, of course, the crossplay feature. So
Okay.
once it goes live, like, try it for yourself. See if your rig can handle it. And, yeah.
Right. And if not, get a PS5 at this point. I hate to say that.
I do not blame you.
Then the other topic is, where would you like to see the game industry go to? It's a very interesting question because,
Was that the one that I wrote in the topics?
yes.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, I see Ubisoft now. Like, the funny thing is, I was thinking about this. I'm like, this is a tough ass question to ask. But I see Ubisoft now interacting with people with Assassin's Creed Shadow because they actually showed their picture art. I'm like, okay, there's the assassin with the hidden blade, then there's Yosuke, then there's some random people. And then I'm seeing Ubisoft interact with some of these comments that are showing hype instead of the negativity.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
They know how to play the game well enough.
Of course.
Man, fuck Ubisoft.
But it's like social media likes does not translate very well to sales. So it's just one of those, we'll just have to wait and see what the sales look like because
It's
they
like
pushed the game back again, which I've made it. I put that in one of my recent videos that, hey, yeah, Ubisoft delayed Assassin's Creed Shadows.
It's now coming out March 20th.
Yeah. And the reason why they pushed it back, and I said this in my video, that they pushed it back because they don't want to compete with Monster Hunter World Wilds.
Yep. They don't want smoke.
No.
They'd rather wait like a whole month afterwards so people can get out of their system, spend their money, realize it goes wrong, and then go back into Monster Hunter Wilds.
In the chat, for those that don't want to, if you're on Twitch, if you don't want to, sit through the ads or whatnot, remember, we also stream on YouTube as well. So,
You just watch one or two commercials.
yeah. I mean, hey, it does go in support of the podcast, which we definitely appreciate. But, hey, if you don't want to, sit through the ads, then by all means, check out the YouTube channel because we're also streaming there as well. We're multi-streaming on
That is true.
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
That's true. But yeah, where the gaming industry going is try to focus on your fucking game and keep your servers running. I mean,
Yeah, I would just say
easier said than done.
yeah, just cater more to the gamers. Cater more to the gamers rather than trying to make money off of them, because the more you cater to your gamers, the more you know you have guaranteed income coming your
You
way.
have pull.
Yeah.
If you don't have that pull, then you're not really doing much.
Like, be like From Software, where they put out quality games and they know that people enjoy them, and guess what?
And
They
then they insult you as well.
yeah, they tell us to get good or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it comes with the territory. But the concept of just you catering to your fans, you cater to your gamers, and guess what? You're gonna still stay in business. You're gonna keep your job.
Developers of Black Myth Wukong stood out from that during the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Oh. You question.
Okay, have I played Off the Grid? No, I have not played it. Bro, there's like a lot of games I have not played. It's just life, bro.
Yeah.
As I said earlier in the podcast, like
I feel like
there's so many games that people are recommending me to play.
and I feel like we need to unload the backlog eventually because I have games too.
I have a stupid back.
Yeah, your backlog is worse than that most people I've seen.
Yeah.
You'll have to do like one at a time or one a week, and you're like, okay, let me switch.
Yeah. Because it's just that my time is limited, and
It happens.
now even this year it's gonna be even more limited because now I start school. So
Yeah, that's true. All right, so gaming industry, we hope it gets its shit together. Hope
yeah,
it listens to the
just cater
people.
to the gamers. That's what all I want to see is just more games catering to gamers. I do want to say that the games that do have fan service, you need more substance, not just more fan service to add on top of it, but you need substance enough to where people can invest in a game, be invested in not just in the fan service, but the character individually themselves, to the point where it's just like, okay, I can connect with this character. I like this character. This character has a unique personality. I can kind of relate to this character based off of some of the action choices that this character has done within the story of the game. Like, you need stuff like that to really connect with gamers. Otherwise, it's just, okay, cool. I'll go see some fan art of this character on the internet. And now they don't. And now they stop playing your game. That's how I feel with games like The First Descendant, to where you have the fan service, but outside of that, the gameplay is okay. But outside of that, the game is pretty much mid. It's nothing. It's nothing to be like, yo, I gotta go home and play this game. This game is dope.
You're like, okay, next.
Like, I can appreciate a game like Stellar Blade, where yes, there is fan service in that game, but there's a really good story narrative behind it as well. And if you're a person that has played and enjoyed games like Nier Automata, then you're gonna feel right at home with a game like Stellar Blade, because you can connect with the character. You can immerse yourself within the universe that the character is living in, and then some of the choices and the actions of the characters that your main character has to interact with.
Ooh, quick question. Who are y'all biggest disappointments for 2024 as games, regardless of reason? Top 3. Damn.
Biggest disappointments.
Biggest disappointments. Guilty Gear is one of mine, I'd say.
Mortal Kombat 1.
Mortal Kombat 1 was definitely one of ours. I feel like that's a big obvious.
And the question that you asked earlier, channel, about Conan, I don't care.
Oh, yeah, Conan from Mortal
Irrelevant.
Kombat. I feel like the way they advertised, presented the game, treated the players, and they're now making it up with the MK Pro Com Tour
Yeah, I
for
saw
more
that.
money. I'm just like, you guys are fucking kissing ass. It's just like they are kissing ass to the players that want to compete and actually get more people to compete, but still not treat the game as like a non-live service.
Yeah, like, until I see some real gameplay changes, I'm not touching Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah, no.
Like, can I go back and play the game and be competitively good? Yes,
And I feel
absolutely.
I feel like most people can if they took the time, like any other fighting game, but I feel like it's not an actual game you want to treat yourself to. I feel
Yeah.
like there's more torture.
Yeah, that's a game where I get more mental headaches playing this game. I'm just like, why? I question myself like, why does this interaction happen? This is stupid.
It's 100% stupid. I don't know why anymore.
So for me, my biggest disappointment of this year is definitely Mortal Kombat 1 because because me being a Mortal Kombat fan, I love Mortal Kombat. I love competing in Mortal Kombat tournaments. I would say after TNS 9, I was like, you know what? I was a little bit disgruntled how I played because someone did not disconnect their control, so it fucked up my whole vibe of the game. So I go home, I enter into some TNS brackets for their Mortal Kombat tournaments, so that way I can keep that competitive edge.
But then it just like becomes repetitive.
And then they're just certain interactions, and I'm just like,
Unblockables, cross-ups, 50-50s that don't make sense, but it does.
there's just there's just interactions that just do not make sense. Like I'm just like I would literally just put the controller down, and I'm just like, bro, this does not make any sense. Why is this game like this? Like clearly the advantages should be in my favor, but nope. Why? You know what? And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this game. Fuck this game. And even though Ermac came out, and me being an Ermac main from MK9 and MKX, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a try. And I was just like, you know what? I don't like this character. Ermac requires too much work. And I was like, I don't want to do all that shit. I was lazy. I was like, nah, bro, I don't want to do all this shit. Like, I characters like that where to be very, very optimal with them, like, it's gonna require a lot of work. And I was just like, I don't want to do this with Ermac. Fuck this. Because in the previous iterations where Ermac is in, it's like I ain't got to do a lot of work. You know, all I have to do is just either I have to guess right, and if I guess wrong, it's like okay, I can accept that. Like certain interactions, yeah, okay, I can accept certain interactions. Like no big deal. Like it's like okay, I'm not gonna be mad about that. But when it comes to MK1, you're just like, the fuck, the shit don't make no sense. Why?
It never did.
Wait, is your mic? Yeah.
Probably. Jesus Christ, not again.
Okay, there you go.
It never did make sense.
So that's why I'm just like, I like, you know, I'm done with Mortal Kombat 1. I'm gonna just go full Grand Blue from here on out because yes, there are people that talk about Grand Blue in a negative way or in, you know, they bitch and complain about the game.
When don't they complain?
Yeah.
Everybody complains about something, but
Yeah.
MK it deserves to be complained about.
But at least with Grand Blue, I can accept certain situations. Like if this interaction happened and I get punished for it, I'm like, okay, all right, that's on me. Or okay, you know what? I mashed on block on that. Okay, fine. I can accept where I screwed up in certain interactions in Grand Blue. Like I don't get mad. It's like, you know what? Fair enough. I should have done XYZ. I'm not gonna get mad, but it's just having that self-awareness of, you know what, I see where I did wrong.
Hey, at least you don't have to deal with Nier anymore as much as you used to.
Right, because
The nerf.
yeah, Nier got nerfed, yes, but I just have to play differently now.
Yeah.
Against Nier, and that's what I had to start learning with other characters when I fight against other characters as well in Grand Blue, is that I gotta start playing differently to the point where certain characters are better than me in the neutral game, and it's like I cannot keep playing neutral with this character.
Okay.
I have to play differently now.
We talked about them earlier, but pretty much long story short.
Hey, Caitlin, what's up?
Oh my gosh, I miss you, homie. But long story short, getting into more competitions, being more active socially, like on social media and such, and into trading cards. Like that's my quick summary of this from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But just to have more fun.
Yeah, and for me, it's just I do want to get back. I do want to play. I want to get into my backlog of games. I do want to play more of my mainstay games because I'm always being distracted by the amount of gacha games that I play because that's taking up most of my gaming time. And then, of course, when I do game, I'm either trying to get myself at a competitive level with Grand Blue, or I'm just, having mindless fun in X Defiant. And then, of course, I do want to continue to keep playing more JRPGs because there's a lot that I want to play because I'm interested in just like the character, the story, and the universe of these games. So I want to do more of that. And I think maybe 2025 might be the year where I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to go full steam ahead in competing. And then if I do go to EVO, then it'll be like my first time at EVO competing and probably my last time competing in fighting games. I know you're laughing. You're like, yeah, you say that.
You say this now, and then I'm going to see you on a controller later. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Maybe that's the same thing.
yeah. Like, there aren't any other fighting games I do want to that I want to jump into and play again, like Street Fighter 6.
Oh, I want to get into freaking 2XKO.
Like, I have like,
I know it wasn't your speed or your type of game,
no, it's not.
but just seeing, I feel like you running it would be an interesting experience.
Yeah, like I don't mind running tournaments for 2XKO. It's just when I played that alpha, it's like, bro, this game's not for me.
And then City of Wolves might be. I think City of Wolves you might like to watch.
Yeah, I'm interested in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. See how that is,
It looks much slower.
and see if I'm gonna like that game.
Oh, don't worry, you're gonna see more from me.
Yeah, you'll see more because we do plan on having more guests this year. Now that we have this room, and I've already filled up and I've already booked enough people for all up until March for the podcast. So all I have to do is just rinse and repeat the same thing of just booking more people to be on the podcast, bringing some people back for certain guest episodes, and just keep going from there.
Had to stretch back. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more of these like crazy events. Plus, I know you're not gonna retire fully. That's the funny part.
Yeah. Like, there has to be a fighting game that I know I'm going to sit and enjoy and play the hell out of.
We know it's gonna be a Gundam fighting game. You're not gonna you're not gonna like give up.
Yeah. It has to be a fighting game that just,
It picks your niches.
yeah.
As long as it's not waifus.
Yeah.
Well, your archetype is waifu, but that's not important.
Street Fighter has waifus, but
Waifu or samurai or something bulky. Modern Zangief. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like, this is the most excited I have been in a while, and I'm not even on caffeine. I should be. Let's see. Then the last topic, 2024 gaming pet peeves. What the fuck did we hated a lot of shit.
as I said, I would say my 2024 pet peeves. Mortal Kombat 1, that's right up there.
MK1, live service games.
That too.
I just know not like how Warner Brothers just practically shut down all of its greatness, is what it sounds like. They just locked their potential. If that makes
Is
sense.
Cyborg from Injustice 2 on the low? I haven't even touched Injustice 2. That was a game that
I touched 1, but never 2, actually.
Yeah.
I will confess.
I played 1, I skipped 2.
So my question still
Like-
stands. Don't have to be fighting games. Sleepers for 2024. Ooh, that's tough. I know there's been a lot of niche games, like Balatro was a sleeper. That became a game of the year.
Yeah.
That's still crazy to me. A roguelike poker game became one of the biggest like events. Then there was Black Myth Wukong wasn't a sleeper.
No,
That
it
was
wasn't a
wide awake.
sleeper.
That was wide awake. Web fishing is a very niche game. That got more people social and into fishing, which is funny.
I don't know. I can't think of any sleepers for 2024 because
They became really popular.
most of the games that I've played in 2024 were like, big hits. Like
Yeah.
Helldivers 2, I played that. I played the hell out of that.
Oh, personal sleepers. What you think is a sleeper game is what he meant.
Personal sleepers. I haven't played any personal sleepers.
Like games that like you would think that people are not fully aware of, except gotcha games. Don't you dare say one. I'm teasing.
none.
mean-
My mind is blank because
The sleeper game I'd say is a card game called Union Arena, which I mentioned earlier. It's a card game that is full of anime IPs, including Tekken 7 for some reason. And they have a bunch of IPs for everybody to play. It just came out last year, or last year in the States, a couple years ago, and well, probably a couple months within Japan, but it is slowly becoming an active community. They have so many IPs that it's ridiculous. I saw this at Bondi Card Fest and I was lit. Like, I saw Nikke, I tagged Silver immediately. Demon Slayer, I tagged Butter Punch. They have One Punch Man. They have 100 Girlfriends. They have so many anime series that they want people to be hooked onto the game. So if the game dies out, the IPs are still going to be attached.
Nice.
And I'm just like, nobody expected a card game like this to get really big. And the broken meta is like Jujutsu Kaisen and Code Geass. I know, those sentences do not sound right. And every color code, like, I'm getting into the Demon Slayer set next. Like, that's a sleeper game, I would personally say. Like, if you have a specific series, you can buy a box for less than $80 and practically build a deck in less than a few sets. That's like my sleeper game, I would personally say. Because getting TCG, you start seeing a bunch of other games and people playing differently. It's really unique. Especially the way how people like, or different structures, constructs, resources, etc.
Right.
That's what I've been getting more into as a hobby. Like, One Piece is like my main card game, but Union is like my side game. And I have like my Jujutsu Kaisen decks completed. I have a yellow Gojo, a blue Sukuna, which is the best deck in format, and then Mahito. Yes, I have Mahito, the guy who killed Kento Nanami, but that's not important right now. But it's just like, that is a sleeper game on its own that nobody expected to be popular in Bondi as well. I saw so many people packed for Union, it was ridiculous. I say it's potential. Like, we gotta see more of it. Black Clover is gonna be a part of the IP. Attack on Titan as well. There's gonna be so many different types of metas or how people play. I'm looking forward to it.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, Union Arena. I'm getting the Nikke set just for you. And I told my friends this.
Appreciate that.
And I'm gonna have to triple sleeve because you know how Gooners are.
I mean, for me, 2024, the games that I played, and I can name name off the top of my head. Like, these are all the games that I played in 2024. Helldivers 2, Rise of the Ronin, Dragon's Dogma 2, Stellar Blade, X Defiant, Black Myth Wukong, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, Metaphor, ReFantazio. That's about it. And fighting game wise, I did play earlier last year. I did play Under Night. Wasn't for me. Under Night 2 wasn't for me. Tekken 8. I did play it. I did compete in it, not locally but online, and I just completely stopped because
I don't blame you.
I just completely stopped. I mean, it's not like I was hooked onto the game. It's just the fact that
Tekken's a really hard fucking game. So like, you have to learn your strings, counters, etc. And someone tells you to go to the lab. You should ask yourself, how long should I be in the lab for?
with Tekken 8, I wouldn't say it's hard. It's just that for me, I have not put in a lot of time into the game.
That's true.
And that's just on me. I haven't. It's not to say that I'm not interested in the game. It's just the fact that as of now, it's not a fighting game that I want to actively compete in. Like, I don't get a competitive itch for the game. Not to say the game's bad. Like, I don't mind playing it casually with people, and I just go with the knowledge that I currently have with Tekken 8, but it's just that one fighting game where it's just like, I'm not in the competitive mood to play it. And that's just me.
I get it. People play games to play, and then people compete.
Yeah.
That's how some people
Yeah,
are.
I'm in a different category.
Yeah, if you play to play, that's perfectly fine. If you compete.
But I enjoy spectating it. I enjoy spectating and watching it.
Spectators deserve their flowers as well. Like, people who go to majors or locals or watch streams like Our Beautiful Faces, they deserve their flowers too. I will say that.
Yeah. So
everyone deserves appreciation. My bad.
So I would say, like, those are pretty much all the games that I played in 2024, and it's a good number of games, but for sleepers there were definitely no sleepers in it and whatnot. I would say there are definitely some underrated ones.
Yeah.
But some that are underrated that I would say deserves somewhat of a playthrough. Or if you're into that type of game, sure. I would. Here's a game I would recommend. But other than that, like no sleepers on no.
Nothing I can think of crazy.
And even for this year coming out, I know there are some JRPGs that are coming out this year that do take my interest. I have to see if they come out this year, but I think that Phantom Blade Zero, that's one of them. I do want to play that one when that drops. As I said, Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm playing that. FPS is none.
There's nothing really that like fascinate me.
Yeah. But yeah. But I do have plans for the podcast. I do want to say. I do have plans for the podcast going forward. And I think I've already mentioned it earlier that, oh God, I'm losing my voice.
Oh no.
Throat's getting dry. But expect more content. Expect more guests. Expect more
Expect more of us.
Yeah, just expect more of us, especially on the Thursday episodes. There may be some episodes on Thursdays that we may not be doing. Of course, if you follow our social media, and that's another thing. Social media, I do have to get a lot better at scheduling.
I straight up suck on Instagram.
Like I'm on social media, but I would say for the podcast specifically,
Oh yeah.
I need to do more of just letting people know when's the next podcast, just building up momentum, going into the next episode. I think that's the one thing that is kind of lost in last year was like no momentum building up for like another episode that's coming up. It was just we just go straight right into it, no build up, nothing, and it's just like, oh, I didn't know you guys were doing a podcast, or like there's like no scheduling, and that's something that I'm gonna take fault to that because 2024, I would say was a good year, but it had its challenges, especially for me, some personal ones, and I feel like and of course this was also during the time where Flynn's was undergoing reconstruction, and then of course coming into this new space where we're currently at right now, because when I would say after CEO, we didn't do a podcast for I would say months?
Yeah, we took a hiatus.
Like a very, very long hiatus due to the fact that the venue space at Flynn's completely shrunk, like really, really shrunk. And this was also being worked on at during the same time period. So I had no space to do the podcast.
Yeah, we waited patiently.
Because
even for locals too.
Because yeah, and there was also a period of time where we had local tournaments, but there was no stream. So it's like, how would you know who won or whatnot? Like I would of course put up a bracket or whatnot, but there was like no stream because, as I said, this was being constructed on during the time. So we had no podcast, and there was a very, very long period of time.
It was.
I would say, let me see, CEO was June, so after June, July, August.
SuperCon.
I would say September we started to make the comeback. September we started making a comeback, but it was like we were still like trying to come off of the hiatus because we were still in that.
We were relaxing.
Yeah.
We were still in a relaxing period because we've done this for so long.
Yeah, so it was like.
And tournaments wise too, I even took like a break from gaming and such, went through like a little breakup process, recovered and everything.
Yeah, so there was like a lot of downtime with just the podcast and just trying to get back into that rhythm where we would do it like periodically every Sunday. Me and Waluigi would be here at least this time. Especially for our Sunday episodes, we don't have to be at the venue like at 9 a.m.
No, we can just come at like in the afternoon. Like we all sleep in, get our food, and come out.
And Monday nights, of course, I'm busy with work. While you is busy with work or whatnot, so we don't even do the Monday night episodes
Yeah,
like we
the late
normally.
night Mondays are a little bit too much after a Sunday.
Yeah,
So at least we can skip within a 3 to 4 day gap. So we have a little bit of a break and give you guys a break from us sometimes.
oh yeah. So it was a lot during that time.
There was a lot to process, but we're
we had-
glad we're still back.
Yeah, but we had to as I said, we had to reconstructure and find a comfortable format to where we can do this consistently again,
Yeah.
and then get back on the horse of just putting out consistent content, getting more guests on, building up momentum and anticipation for the next episode. All of that, because when we didn't have this and we were always over there, like, we had the momentum, we had guests lined up or ready to go,
Yeah.
whatnot. We had all of that.
This is a little different, and now we have our own like set and solid pace,
Yeah,
and that's good that we have our own pacing now, so we don't have to force or over extract ourselves.
yeah, because usually we would have to. I mean, granted, of course, even here in this podcast studio, like, we do have this room does get rented out to other people. This room, so I have to be mindful of the time. But at least on Thursdays,
There's no time.
yeah, there's no time because we're the last ones.
Yeah,
So
pretty
whoever is before us, that they have limited time. But since we're like the last ones in the block, so it's just like we pretty much have this all up until the venue closes or whatnot. Even though we don't want to stay here up until it closes and continue to do an episode, I think the last time we had a very long Thursday episode was the Game Awards, where we had Butter Punch and Four Face Buttons.
Sorry, trying not to yawn. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more of it. Yeah, oh my god, I forgot about the Game Awards. Holy shit.
Yeah, so
I just realized that was that long ago.
yeah, and
Butter Screaming is still one of the most iconic things.
we do want to do more interviews when we go to, like, I do want to bring the podcast to CEO. That's one of my goals, is to bring it to CEO. But I have to also be mindful of, I do plan on working the event. I do plan on competing at the event and doing even more content work and more TO work at the event. So I have to be careful of not burning out. But
yeah, we have to think a few steps ahead. At least do one day where we can.
yeah,
That coordinates with both of our schedules.
yeah.
Or at
Because
least the number one of our bodies.
yeah. But it's just one of those. But we know that it's an opportunity. It's a grand opportunity for us, because that's how we get to network with other people. That's how we get to continue to build our name, because we want to provide a different, unique content, type of style of content to the community, to the gaming community, of course, to where instead of just having like hot takes on certain gaming topics or gaming subjects, and however you want to call it, we would rather just hear people's stories
Yeah, like
and just be that podcast where you're getting to hear other people's stories on our podcast versus just
the same regular interviews.
the same regular interviews, the same regular style interviews, which I don't knock.
They aren't bad.
There's-
It's just we want to switch it up and
yeah,
see.
yeah, like we want to be something different and unique.
Yeah, and we already are. We're just gonna do it even better.
Yeah. So with that, with the podcast going forward, expect more. And with summertime coming up, we're gonna be moving a lot. We're gonna be, going, attending events here and there, and whatnot. I do want to start documenting when I do go to more gaming events.
Yeah, me too.
Because there's a lot of content that could be made, and I'm excited for it, because that one gets me out of my comfort shell,
Yes.
and
I'm just
and
ready
it
to
puts
break
me in a more motivated state, to where I'm like, all right, I'm game for this. I'm gonna go do this or whatnot. I'm gonna see what's happening.
Oh yeah,
and-
TNS was like one of the best examples we did this, where we literally just chilled and people just came to us.
Yeah,
The freest bait
yeah,
ever. That caused us to expand more on conversation. We had like what, 12 interviews, a little bit more.
no, we had way more.
I know. I missed a few because of tournament.
Mm-hmm. But and of course, I also put the gain up way too high. So next time we'll do an audio check test to make sure that.
Oh my god, it was funnier. It's funnier with the gain higher
Oh, yeah.
too, especially with people screaming. Oh lord, but yeah.
But yeah.
Cheers to the future.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's our goal for 2025, especially with just the podcast. Like we're gonna game more, play more games.
I still have to play Persona 5. Fuck.
Yeah, I got to make time to play certain games, but that's a challenge in itself. But I'm gonna make it happen. The future is looking good for gaming, regardless of what anyone says. The Switch 2 is gonna be coming out this year, and me as a TO, that means I got to get a lot. I got to buy a lot. That costs money, so that means I got to start saving money.
Oh
So
my God.
help your fellow TO. If you want to donate some money, donate to Flynn's and just be like, hey, this is for Nintendo Switch 2.
Or just give me money. I'm kidding. Do not give me money. I do take tips though,
Yeah. So
and advice.
with that, hey, expect more content from the podcast.
Expect more content from us.
And yeah, that is like I would say my one big goal in 2025 is I want to push out more content. I really want to see how far I can really take it with just content wise, because fun story that I'll share with y'all.
Listening.
For those that have, you already know the story.
Yeah, I know. I'm just listening anyways.
So for those that have been following me for a while, before I became a TO, I was and still am a gaming content creator. And I remember making content when I would go to cons and documenting my experience. I would do my streams of me playing certain games and whatnot, just giving people my experience playing these games, interacting with people. I would definitely say around the pandemic era, I was rising really fast as a content creator. And what made me stop was the opportunity here at Flynn's to become a tournament organizer. So, and with that, I had to I had to really think about it, because I was like, I really enjoy, trying to run and organize a tournament. I found a lot of fun doing it, and this was a Smash tournament on top of that too. So I was having fun doing it. It was very creative. It was something unique. It was something I've never done before, but I've always loved and enjoyed the idea of being in a tournament environment, a local tournament environment, because I never got to experience that when, growing up or coming of age. Because one, of course, we didn't have social media at that time. So where do you go to play against people on a local level? The earliest memory that I can remember of just playing with people, playing fighting games with a group of people, were my middle school, high school years, my younger years when I was playing at the Boys and Girls Club. I was there when I was very young. I was like, playing fighting games and playing other stuff there as well and whatnot with other kids that was on my age. But I always enjoyed the idea of just playing, being in an area, everyone's gaming, everyone's playing games together and whatnot. And I finally got to experience that in my early 30s. I think I was 32 at that time when I decided to be like, you know what, I'm gonna be a TO. I'm gonna be the tournament organizer of Flynn's Arcade. And this was during the pandemic era. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Even though I had no clue on what it means to be a tournament organizer, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm having fun just running Smash. Lots of great moments, lots of funny moments and whatnot. Especially when we're like playing outside of the venue and whatnot, like great times. I just, and fast forward now, here we are.
Yep.
Like, I still enjoy doing this. Like, don't get it wrong. I still enjoy running and organizing tournaments and whatnot, because It's something where I get to be creative. I get to put my ideas that I have up here and then just put it out to action and then seeing the culmination process just coming into effect. Like it's weird. I don't know if people who are in my position who have felt that where it's just like I get to put my creative ideas that I have up here, write it down, pen paper, put my ideas to pen to paper, and then be like, this is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna form it out. This is how I'm gonna lay everything out. This is how I'm gonna set it up. And then this is how I'm going to, put it out on social media. And then it just comes together. Maybe I'm a madman. Maybe I'm crazy, or maybe I'm just like, nah, you're way overly thinking into it. But for me, it's just like, this is fun. And I have fun doing this. And I enjoy it a lot. Now, there are going to be people who feel that, they do it for money or whatnot, which is fine. Like, if you want to be a tournament organizer for money, go for it. But I always advise people that you are not going to make a lot of money doing this. Like, if you're going to do this, it has to be 100% passion. And I can tell you, and this is just me not just bragging or just, feeling myself or whatnot, but people who have come here and they come to the tournaments that like they see that everything that I've set up or whatnot, they know that it is 100% this guy's passion. Like they see the work, they see the amount of effort that I put into it, and I'm not trying to do it for money. And here's the thing: if I was doing it for money, I'll be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it for money, because you know why? Because I get to put more of it back into the community. Because guess what? Consoles are expensive, games are expensive,
Everything's
DLC is expensive, getting additional setups, streaming setups, headsets, cameras, all this shit is expensive. So guess where majority of that money is going to go to? Right back into what I got. You know why? Because I want to sustain this and keep doing this for a longer period of time. I want to keep growing this. I want to keep pushing this forward. I want to see how far I can go with this, because I'm having fun doing this. Some people don't understand that. Some people don't get that, because it's like, you're not me. And here's the thing. I do get people that ask me questions like, I want to do what you do. And it's just like, well, one, you can't be me.
You have to be your own.
Yeah. And two, the first thing you have to do when it comes to being a TO, you got to show up. You got to be the first person here and the last person to leave. You got to run the show from start to finish. And if you fail, like I have failed, and I've failed a lot, and guess what? I'm like, you know what? If that didn't work, I'm going to try something else. Or be like, you know what? I don't need to revisit this anymore. It didn't work. We're just going to keep moving forward. Simple as that. But all I want to say is overall that browser incurred. I'm still streaming.
Yeah.
All I want to say in closing, because I don't want to take up too much time, which I already know I already did.
Yeah, that's all right.
Is that I do miss creating gaming content, and I know I am rusty when it comes to that, because I've been putting my heart and soul into this, because I enjoy the hell out of it more so than creating gaming content. It's weird, yes. And I have friends that are gaming content creators, and I've seen them succeed in a level that, wow, like, bro, you have made it. You finally achieved the level of success that you strive to do. And I'm gonna give a shout out to him. And Wally, I know you met him before. He goes by the name of Lupasan.
Yes, of course I know Batman. Here you
Yeah.
go. Every CEO we see him.
Yeah, good
Like,
friend of mine's.
We stop it. to see
Like,
him.
As a content creator, from content creator to another content creator, I've seen him when he was at his lowest low, and now he's at his highest high. And he's, whew, it's just my throat's dry. And I still see him trying to climb to new high levels. And that motivates me, because even though we're in two different separate fields, we're in two different lanes, I can look at him and be like, if he can do it, I can do it too, even though it's going to take me a little bit longer, but that's okay, because I can enjoy the journey the journey and the process of getting there. Same thing when it comes to running tournaments here at Flynn's. Same thing when it comes to doing the podcast. I enjoy the journey and the process of building this more so, to the point where even if we do reach that level of success, I'm still going to keep going. There is no stopping at this point. So that's it for me on that one. Whew, said a lot.
Yeah, you did. That's quite a heartful. It's good to have that once every while. This is the only time we can do it on Thursdays. Anyway,
Yeah.
So you're fine.
Yeah.
But I'm good with what I have to say. I'm proud of everyone surviving 2024 and on to kick ass this year. I'm proud of how far we've gotten and how many more steps we got to go.
Oh, yeah.
Everything takes time, and watch and learn on how we do it.
Yep. And with that being said, I've already killed my water.
Same.
My throat is dry. So
losing the hydration matchup, and that's okay.
So, other than that, y'all, hey, I'd like to thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in.
We love you all.
We'll be back again this Sunday at 1 p.m. with a guest episode. And this is going to be a good one, because the theme of this episode is going to be PlayStation only.
I feel like no one's going to know who these two, remember these two, and that's what's even going to be more unique.
Yeah, these two.
That's the best part about this.
Yeah. So you definitely want to tune in for Sunday afternoon, because we're going to have some really good discussions on just PlayStation only. And I'm going to also put out another teaser for this podcast, is that on the table, I'm going to have all the PlayStation consoles and handhelds.
Ooh.
From PS1 to PS5, from the PSP to the PS Vita.
Ooh.
It's going to be a good one. You definitely don't want to miss out on that
Yeah,
episode.
y'all actually have to stay tuned for this one.
Yeah, pull up for that one. So, other than that, until next time, and as always, y'all be good. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay classy. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace. Love y'all. Cool.